Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and I hope you're having a good day. All of June we have started a series called Switch the Phrase, and last week we talked about not confusing a woe is me moment for a healing moment. So I hope that helped somebody out. So here's your ammo for the week. Now this week we are having a special guest. She's a friend of mine, she's also a sister, and so she had some amazing and encouraging words, and I cannot wait for you guys to check it out.
Why me? That question is one that I ask so often in my early 20s and a lot of my life. It's a question that drove me to one of the darkest points, a point where, overcome by a terrible eating disorder that I'd wrestled with since I was in 7th grade, depression that felt like it was on my chest and just smothering me, anxiety that had me sitting under tables and rocking back and forth, feeling crazy and out of my head, all from trauma and abuse that I pushed back and pushed aside and refused to deal with. Why me? Why was I the one that had to be plagued with these emotions, with these feelings, with this pain, with this grief? Why me? It led me to such a dark place that I found myself in my mid-20s, active in church, active in life, at least to those who couldn't really see what was going on. But inside, I was dead, just the hollow echo of why me, over and over. You see, I sought after healing from that eating disorder. It made me feel weak. It made me feel isolated. It made me feel less than. Why could I minister to other people and they would be set free, but I was still a mess? Why me? Why did they get free and why was I bound? Why me? This was the question that I asked myself over and over, till one night at around midnight, I grabbed a bottle and it had pills in it. They weren't really hardcore pills, just enough to make me sleepy enough that people would believe that I fell asleep in the bathtub that night. I didn't want them to feel as guilty as they would if they knew that I was just so miserable, so ashamed, so hopeless, and felt so worthless that I willingly drowned myself in the tub that night. I remember crying as I shook them out into my hand, but I thought, I really don't have another option. What kind of preacher still deals with an eating disorder? What kind of woman of God is full of anxiety and depression? I'm not worth being alive. So I shook them out into my hand and I started running the water. I set my phone down on the back of the toilet and I took a deep breath. Mustered up all the courage I had. I filled the tub up to the top and then threw back the pills. I could feel them settling in a little bit, making me tired, but not enough that I didn't know what was going on. I knew exactly what I was doing and I wanted to do it because I didn't want to be me anymore. I didn't want to hear the question of why me anymore. I just wanted to be gone. So I sat down in the tub and I began to slide down. And just as my head was almost completely under, I apparently didn't turn the sound off on my phone that night. And then the phone went off, just like a rescue siren, like an ambulance coming just in time to save my life. I got up on the edge of the tub and I started to weep and cry and I said, God, I don't want to die. I don't want to kill myself, but I don't want to be bound anymore. Why me, Jesus? Why me? And I heard the Holy Spirit saying the only way He can, honey, just hold on. Honey, just hold on. So I decided that night that I would hold on to His promises, that I would keep pressing, that I would reach out to people for help, even though it made me feel weak to have to do so. And I started to find my strength, and I started to find my hope. Eventually, as years went on, I got into therapy. Eventually, as years went on, I found strength in His Word and in vulnerability, that I didn't have to look perfect all the time, that even though I was a preacher, I would still deal with human things, but I would learn that His grace is sufficient. And in time, I was fully delivered of that eating disorder, and I found a process of deliverance in the depression and the anxiety. And as I think back to that night in that tub, I realized that while I was saying, why me? God was saying, why not? What do I mean by that? He was saying, Why not you to break the curse of suicide? Why not you to be delivered and to become a deliverer? Why not you to be the first in your family to get married and stay married? Why not you to be the one who has a good relationship with your kids? Why not you to be the first one who gets saved and stays saved? Why not you to be the first one to open a business and it be a success? Why not you to be the one who breaks off racial injustice? Why not you to be the one to overcome the abuse of your past? Why not you to be the one to have peace over PTSD? Why not you to be the one who goes from night terrors to peaceful sleep? Why not you to be the one to bring reformation to a nation? Why not you to be the one to lead communities and nations towards the Lord? Why not you to be the one who speaks to the masses, the modern day Billy Grahams and Catherine Kuhlmans? Why not you? Your life is worth living. You are worth loving. It's not why me, it's why not. Because of what he did on the cross, none of us have to stay in why me. He switches that script for us from why me to why not because of how he flipped the script of humanity and of eternity. When he stepped down where Adam said, "Why me, God? Why did I take that apple? Why did I cause this curse?" And he says, "Adam, no, it's not why me anymore. It's why not, because of what I'm going to do." It says in the Bible he was the lamb slain before the foundation of the earth. And I imagine as he peered down and the Father looked at the Son and said, "You know, if you go down there, if we start this whole thing with creation, you're as good as dead." And as he looked down throughout history and he saw me and he saw you saying, "Why me? Why me?" Jesus looked at that cross and said, "Why not?" And he decided he would do what was necessary to be done. So today, wherever you are, in all your why me's, maybe you're depressed, maybe you're suicidal, maybe your marriage is falling apart and you feel like a failure, maybe you're bound with generational curses. Instead of saying, "Why me?" say, "Why not? Why can't I be the one that breaks this? Why can't I be the one that rises up? Why can't I be the first to go to college, the first to be financially successful? Why not?" He did it all so that the script could be switched from why me to why not. What a mighty God we serve.
I've watched this video like 100 times. Not only was I impressed with the creativity of Jessica, but I was also impressed with the message that she gave. She talked about how why not you be the one to break the curse? Why not you be the one to make the change in your neighborhood, in your life, in your family? So I hope that helped somebody out there. So until next time I see y'all, y'all have a good day. Bye.